Okay, shall we start? So Bill and I have been friends for about 4 years. And during lockdown, we really relied on each other to stay sane. I was in America staying with my daughter. He was stuck here alone with his teddy bear and Bella. And we really became really good friends. And we found out along the way, his band, the Old Dogs band, through lockdown, basically came out with their new album in full cry for sale, if you would like one. And out of it all, I also published my first book, Flotsam and Jetsam, A Half-Life of Poems, which are poems written over a 20-year period from about 1997 to 2017. And we realized through chatting that a lot of our songs and poems kind of spoke to each other. And we decided to put this little show together for that. All the poems that I'm going to read come from this book. Most of the songs that we've chosen to pair with the poems come from the album, but not every single one. Have I covered everything? Yes. So without further ado, it's from a dance. So I'm going to start off with a poem called Precious Dove. It's one of the earliest poems in the book. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say, if anyone feels inspired to support struggling artists in the time of COVID, they can donate, give, pay, whatever, into Bill's PayPal account, and he's promised he'll share with me. So if you feel so inspired, but no pressure. Okay, I'm going to read a poem called Precious Dove. Precious Dove speaks to that desire in all of us for a deep love. So here we go. Precious Dove. In search of a more precious love, the gentle dove lifts tired, unspent wings to an open sky. Her watchful eye darts here and there, perhaps to hitch a ride on an upward burst of air that may pass by. Now and then, the pain of being just a dove having almost settled in, she sets her wings against the wind to see. Perhaps an accident of fate might invite a gust towards her ledge, in time to lift the gasping bird to splendid heights beyond, beyond. Could it be a fall from grace, a wretched trick of circumstance, might close the gap between never and take a chance? She's come to know the wind by now, studied all its temperaments, knows each pocket of delicious air by name. From her cleft of unknowingness, she waits. It's all the dangers there, you see. A foul and stormy squall can plunge one's feathered self under wayward streams, lurching towards the sea, down, down, wishing fate had been more kind and left her, still waiting for this hour. It's nothingness we fear, yet let it come. Let irony play me. Let me be a tune. No matter be it melancholy of lonely flights unflown. No matter it be a precious love unknown. You don't have to clap, really, but you may.
Give me your simple love, not a burning love or a yearning love, just a simple love that stands like stone, not a frantic love or romantic love, just a love of heart and home. Give me all the loving I can take. Give me so much kindness that I pray. Hold my fragile spirit till I wake. Give me your simple love, not a burning love or a yearning love, just a simple love. It stands like stone, not a frantic love, a romantic love, just a love, heart and home. Show me your secrets, if you dare. Take me to your heart, hold me there with your gentle love, transcendental love, to the single love we all share. Give me your simple love, not a burning love, or a yearning love, just a simple love. It stands like stone, not a frantic love, a romantic love, just a love, heart and home. Let my heart the wings needs to fly. Let my hope alight to steer it by. Lay our burdens down on this broken ground. Find our love wherever it may lie. Give me your simple love, not a burning love, or a yearning love, just a simple love. It stands like stone, not a frantic love, a romantic love, just a love, heart and home, just a love we can call our home.
Was pretty nice. Hi. Hi, welcome. No, it's fine. Hi, Ginger. Hi. So, many of our poems have got a socio-political angle. I'm going to read you a poem called Broken. The idea for the poem, the inspiration for it, was the idea of a clock. With each hour of the clock, I wanted to come up with a different meaning of brokenness to kind of depict the seemingly inevitable sometimes path of abject poverty to kind of crime. It was kind of the image I had. It didn't work out like that in the end, but that was the inspiration for the poem. It's called Broken. Sorry. Born at the stroke of a clock, a split-second choice in a smoke-inhabited shack, urban seepage, masses spread like bacteria, life will find a way. No home to break, it's broken in. Shut your trap, rat trap, go watch hip-hop on the black and white, but get out of my face. Broken dreams borrowed from America, never to be got. We all die, so who cares? Infinity nags at the culture-fused, subdued residue of something in me that knows. But the aphrodisiac, acceptance, holds me high. It's my right to be what I want to be, so I go. Lull of narcotic freedom then. Drug-infested, disaffected, 60s onwards, boring cliché. Don't care if someone else is getting rich, hey? It's my right. Give me a bloody break. memories of home, small hands praying in the mist. My father, who has no hold of heaven, hello, I'm going insane. Your time will come. Your ill be done through everything and everyone you touch, as it is around you everywhere. Don't break the furniture. Alcohol is better than bread. Forgive me for being born, as others have been born against me. Now these three things abide: money, greed, and power. But the greatest of these is loneliness. A broken heart can always blame, deaf to the mating call of time. This then is how I learn what God is: most conditional love, conditioned to forget what we always knew. Dry crumbs and grape juice can't fix when you're broke, can't buy you a girlfriend. So I grab my stick or my gun and my lack and my lost and break in to the inside places where it's empty and cold, where I need so much to be me. Breaking news: youths held for smash and grab, valuables removed, heads down, hands cuffed, shuffle in to face the glare. You contravened the jungle law. Your sentence is life, manacled to the chasm where the gavel falls. The beast is broken, subdued, subjudice, substandard. The spirit's but a shadow. We are safe.
Arme kind, jou oë bly blind, jou hoop vir genade verdwyn. Bloed op jou hand, drup in die sand, en die gif in jou slaghaar bring pyn. Jy is van geboorte verslawe, geen lig op die paadjie daarvoor. Nergens kry jou skip 'n hawe, gamble jou siel en verloor. Pity the child, bedeviled, beguiled, the day that your innocence ends. Doing what you can to make like a man, keeping it up for your friends. And the lighties learn all of the hand signs, along with their ABCs. They point their fingers like pistols, tell you to get on your knees. Daddy's a 26, he killed a man for kicks. He had to show that he's hard. He told me, son, always carry a gun, you always must be on your guard. And the cry of the innocent shatters the night, and the neighbors pretend not to hear. And they pull close the curtains and shut off the lights, quietly choke on their fear. No one will say where they were on the day we found him off Baden-Powell. We all know the ones who sold him the guns were the last ones to see him alive. And the cry of the innocent shatters at night, and the neighbors pretend not to hear. And we pull close the curtains and shut off the lights, quietly choke on our fear.
Staying for a moment with the socio-political. Well, sort of. I'm going to read a poem called Marimba Band. This was written many years ago at the Grahamstown Festival when, I don't know if you've seen those prison marimba bands, with those big, powerful, usually men playing the marimba. Marimba Band. People watch, arms folded, or they stop pushing prams. One man holds a hand to his chin. Our rhythms begin. We strike down with force, then lift, releasing joyful leaffuls of spring. Strike, bite down, release, searing beauty from the deep under our sticks, deep in the minds of our waterless souls, where we drown because it's too far down here. Again we strike, thumping down in unison, harmony deep, pushing up from under the lives we're in. My mouth cracks, panting lava. The music rises through me, around me. It is me. Love breaks through my prism, out over people's heads, raining down confetti like a wedding from the sky. I'm so happy. Sweat pours as I work the bars, beat them till I burst with pride. Obut, the tall one behind, a panga scar marks his face, pushes and squeezes his dark, oily cheek. His mouth can't stop smiling too. We are free. How I wish my chaos had been mastered before I was shattered by the knuckle hate of life. Clash, thwack, crunch, splatter, afterthought of cruel disorder kept in play. Pitter-patter, here come little feet with no rhythm, slaves to fickle winds. We're nearly done. Our feet dance with our arms like puppets, and we forget the people's eyes. Free from the shackles of our dust, it rises, blending with our uniforms. One shifty-eyed warden moves his feet closer. The back of his hand holds the air above his knopkeri. The others suck in their bellies. Dust floats and settles, fine grains on sunburnt faces. People nod and start to walk, minus their 5 rand that sits in the kettle for us to collect before we go back.
Do you have another one?
Oh, we practiced that so long. I do. Okay, one more. Another topic that our work seems to be very interested in is corruption. Bill's going to give us a really liquor song after this, a really jolly song, but first a poem. Fiddling the books while home burns. New Brighton is a township near Port Elizabeth where I lived for many years. And so the New Brighton sort of inspires images of burning and townshipy stuff. So that's why it's New Brighton, but it really could be anyway. New Brighton burns brightly, splendid and laden with passion, fused in tempered unity, humble, fragile tin and scalded faces. A reprisal of blistering sores sears and toils at the high life, wine, women and song, as Rainbow Nation ablutes the palate of a demented artist whose private angst plays out amongst the hum. Paraffin-incensed tempo drifts, a slow, winding spiral, wisp of Africa time, proceeds against the brazen sky. A silhouette of far-off mountains splays itself to the coming night. The heat, the beat, the need to eat, the weight, the hate, the hovel crate, unbearable hue, sting of an age, lost in a haze, till tomorrow. We wait. Somewhere, a cop takes a bribe. In an obscure back road, bepebbled, aflame. Officials sleep like babes, books balanced, unchallenged, plotting the course. Fear-driven impasse to the promised land.
Here's one dedicated to politicians throughout the country who have dedicated their lives to make our lives better, so we're told. It's called Snouts in the Trough. Talking so loud, playing to the crowd, so full of pride, twisted inside, you're in love with your own lies, immaculate disguise, such a long way to fall from the top of your wall. Going down, you're going down, you're going down, you're going down. You're the cock of the walk, always the big talk. You're in control. You're in the starring role. You're in love with your own life. Immaculate disguise. Such a long way to fall from the top of the wall. You're going down. You're going down. You're going down. Going down. The game that you play, you give yourself away. Everything you do, gonna be watching you. You're in love with your own lies. Immaculate disguise. Such a long way to fall from the top of your wall. You're going down. You're going down. You're going down. You're going down. Hey, Mr. Big Man, got the turkey hands, from all I can see. You just can't see. You're in love with your own life. Immaculate disguise. Such a long way to fall from the top of your wall, wall, wall. You're going down. You're going down. You're going down. You're going down. You're going down.
Brilliant, Bill.
You should hear it on here with the Old Dogs Band. It is like, oh, amazing. Just saying. Hashtag. Good. Thanks, Bill. That was awesome. Okay, so as I said, we tend to go from the personal to universal and back again. And being in love with your own lies, relationships based on self-deception and deception of others extend from the macro to the micro. This song is called Dark Love.
So I'll leave you behind to your dark love as you broke my hand in your velvet glove. You held me bound to your bold lines. How could I not read your jaded eyes? Tighter and tighter your hold grew on me. You brought me to heel so elegantly. You drew me into your dream. Drew me into your dream. Gift that you gave, you called love, was a raven dressed as a wounded dove. The solid ground of my last stand slowly turned into quicksand. And tighter your hold grew on me, and you brought me to heel so deviously. You drew me into your dream. Drew me into your dream. You lead me into your sacred glade with your sly tongue and your bloody blade. Now who can hear your sirens cry from your greedy lips as you drink me dry? Tighter your hold grew on me, you brought me to heel so imperiously, and you drew me into your dream. Drew me into your dream. As for your hunger, your control, echoing your hollow soul, before you go outside to play, decide which mask you're gonna wear today. And tighter your hold grew on me. You brought me to heel so effortlessly. You drew me into your dream. You drew me into your dream. Ah, belladonna, you mean me harm. I'm digging deep for your lucky charm. The sacred words to break your spell. Goodbye, beloved Jezebel. Turn tighter your hold grew on me. You brought me to heel so ruthlessly. You drew me into your dream. last time. You burned my lips, cut my face with your fingertips. On sorrow's wings I rise above and lead to your dark love, and lead to your dark love, and lead to your dark love.
Sure. This is where I say, I also have a poem about codependent relationships. Yeah. All relationships have risks, don't they? They say relationships are where we learn about love. I guess it is. And learn about ourselves. Binary. We're embedded, you and I. Our codes locked. Zeros all the time, all the days before we met, ones for when we had. 0 before you entered me, your thorn, 1, and all the wounding seconds, I miss you when you're gone. Our mouths, our tongues, our eyes, their coded looks, locked in spiral unity, open hands that know and feel with satellite precision our desire arabesque across the milky sky, breasts compressed, a singularity, a compass and itself, an apple on a shelf, another and itself, falling, piercing space with laughter, its floating one, to our wisp-thin nil, expanding, unbounded, our love. Oh, but 0 for the times you never heard my voice, a soundless gong, 1 for the slamming door, its ricochet, wrestling marshmallow on impotent hinge. Empty, my heart, swamp drained in the wake of your rage as it plundered murderously on and on. Zip for mouths and ears that couldn't, and for the scores we kept. Ones for all the sleepless nights I wept and wept. 0 for these walls, 1 for the one who was left, and my phone, its silent dignity. 0 my sadness, your empty folded into me, flesh-eating bacteria. But here I stand, 1 with 2 cupped hands. You are free. Thank you very much.
I can see that you've been crying. I can tell your bird won't fly. I can see your light is dying. You're too scared to even try. It's sometimes not enough pretending to be tough. You're about to give it up. Don't you tell me, don't you tell never no more. Don't you know I understand? Love defied is love denied. Your lives become a desert land. You're stranded on the other side. It's sometimes not enough pretending to be tough when you're about to give it up. Don't you tell me, don't you tell me, never no more, never no more. Past is just a jealous ghost, trapped in an abandoned town. Knows just how to hold you close. His memories cobwebs bind you down. Sometimes not enough pretending to be tough when you're about to give it up. Don't you tell me, don't you tell me, never no more, never no more, never no more, never no more.
You know, people often ask, who's that song about? Or why did you write that poem? Or who's it about? They love that. The thing is, a poem and a song, especially any work really, but are moments in time, always triggered by personal stuff, observations, feelings. But once submitted to the creative process, they really do, especially if they're good, they become something bigger than what we intended. And Roland Barthes actually has this theory: a work is incomplete until it is read or listened to or taken in, because we all interpret a poem or a song or a painting in our own way. So it's not complete until that actually happens, which makes it a really magical process. And as artists, our job is to reflect and confront and comfort the world. And I just think that song is the kind of song that can save someone from the brink. I mean, it is a beautiful song, and I just think we don't appreciate how much artists carry the world. We need to protect the arts. Now I'm preaching. Okay. For some reason, this is one of Bill's favorite poems of mine. It's called To the Lonely. You are heard in the lashing gale and breeze, searing sun that scorches toughest souls, in the calm, embalming, warm, crisp winter under snow, angry caress of a fickle dream, oceans that mirror our contradictions, churning forth and back from the ever source in lapping whispers. If you don't believe me, just listen. Yes, I think you just play this.
It's midnight and I'm all alone. I'm walking in a monochrome, and the moon is spilling silver into a sullen sky. I stumble through blackened stone, I take a path I call my own. I know where the old ducks go to die. Walking the black dog through the cold fog, searching for oblivion, hoping for home. Black dog has me by the throat, I've taken too much antidote, and the walls are coming closer, I can feel them move. Ek vol beheks, ek vol benoot, met al my skuldes aan het smeevoet, there's a doekum on me, I can't seem to lose. Walking the black dog through the cold fog, searching for oblivion, hoping for home. Everyone has their eyes on me, some kind of a conspiracy, little talking in a whisper behind a hidden hand. They're muffled in a mystery, condemning to obscurity. They're talking in a language I don't understand. Walking the black dog through the cold fog, searching for oblivion, hoping for home. Walking the black dog through the cold fog, searching for oblivion, hoping for home. Searching for oblivion, hoping for home. Hoping for a miracle, hoping for home.
Once again, you really should hear the old dogs play that.
We just did.
Yeah. No, I mean on the band, yeah. But yes. So this is the part where I say, I also have a poem about alcohol. So it's about alcohol, but for the record, it was not written when I was drunk. It's called Whiskey Devil. Whiskey Devil, I'll call you now and then, my tinderbox friend. You'll twirl me in your arms, your hands, and then he promised with his body, you understand, my one night stand. You'll gently blow my tumbleweeds, my just deserted landscape will unfreeze. Time slips in again, liquid love, 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, swirl, tip of the cap for each. Music of the fears plays again. The old standards, familiar jazz, wash out, repeat. But for this moment, you're all that, neither frenemy nor end, just an ancient postmark on the fray. One fine needle in the romping hay. It really will all be okay. I'll call you, all right? But until I do, you'll be a gentleman and stay. You know, all relationships carry risk. We'd really have terribly boring lives if we didn't take chances. Relationships with others, relationships with ourselves, relationships with our work. Yeah, it is risky stuff.
Do you have another one for us?
I do. I just happen to have one about relationships and risk. Sort of. Yeah. For context, this was written in New Bethesda. I don't know if anyone knows New Bethesda. Because if you do, it kind of helps. You know the graveyard? Yeah. It gives a little bit more texture to the poem. Storm waiting. The weeds on these gravel-strewn graves eke past dry soil to sun and a few drops of rain. Chiseled letters, one fading with each century, weep from tilting headstones. Below, unremembered souls let ants tickle their tummies as they wait for us. You are a sudden birth, bleaching my soul across this rich, arid Karoo and all that's buried in me. I was willing to trade it for a few pregnant beads, flopping down in a merciless tease. Now here's the flood, pushing me back, dragging my legs. The undertow uproots my parched aeolian crust that, until moments ago, was grindingly, faithfully dying. Can my particles hold? Will you crave the chaos of the storms that sent you and leave me birthed but helpless? Any port, next open door, next aimless track as you heave your load across the grave, tickling its tummy, oblivious to the soul below. Do you care? Ask the daisies that dance among the weeds, whispering soft yellow promises to hot stones and the sky.
Fires in the forest, Eden's burning down. The smoke keeps getting thicker. You cannot see the town, and the weather's turned against us, so much worse than we had feared. And the rains are late this year. Like a beggar in the gutter, on my bloody knees, with nothing on my tongue, merely begging, please, is there someone there above us, someone who can hear? And the rains are late this year. Water we have left us, taste of tainted blood. We've passed beyond redemption, all our hopes are choked in mud, and it's too late for repentance, no bargaining with tears, and the rains are late this year. If the rains come down, they'll surely breach the boundary walls, they'll surely have us drown. And I see the moon is bleeding, and the sky begins to moan. The donkey screams a warning from the sacrificial stone, and the feral dogs are circling. I know they smell my fear, and the rains are late this year, and the rains are late this year. And the rains are late this year.
You guys okay there? Okay, so staying with the tendency of artists to export themselves and the human condition onto climates and weather and geography, we have another poem called Geomorphology. Do you want us to wait for you, Linda? Okay. Geomorphology. Illusion dies. Hearts break. Rivers run and mountains shift their course. So slow. Grinding grand bravado and that persistent barnacle, hope, into sand to beach the soul. If only, my love, you had asked what lay below, but wandered beyond the mantle, pressing rotted leaves to diamond, and even then to magma coursing, yearning for a chink in the crust, a head for its heat, primal release. Souls catch sight across cool, damp mist. Had you not been content, tending your many rods hanging from the edge, I would have told you, but I forget. Illusion is dead.
Bitter fontein, oh bitter fontein, niks meer as brakwater hier deur in die woestyn. Niks meer as smart, niks meer as pyn. O bitter fontein, gooi oor die hoor, gooi op die hand. Kom ons trek oor die garrie vanuit die ellendige land. Wat my oorkom, wat my ook belang, ek my drome maar soort verdwyn in die sand. Bloed in die water, ek dink ek moet wyn en wens hierdie plek verby. Bitter fontein, oh bitter fontein, die dors vergroei in my seel, kry nie einde. Maar die pad is so diep en my emmer so klein. O bitter fontein, bitter fontein, o bitter fontein. Duisende grafstene staan en wag vir die trein. Is een daar vir jou, nog een is myne. O
definitely a relationship between the weather and our relationships, isn't there? Like difficult weather often means difficult relationships. Something to think about. So, goodbye. Going to read valediction. It didn't work, or so they say. We or I failed to mash our boxes into lives to be filled, ticked and nodded at with safety net satisfaction. Oh, the desperate urgency required of our equations. So why then? Too much clanging from the big machine, the squash box, expectation, propriety and madmen, tribal gangs swarming the corridors of our minds, hunting outposts of poetry and sun, blasting our deepest undiscovered passions in great globs of flesh and blood against the wall. Or did we simply meet as A and B and part as 14.11 and a wobbly Z? It didn't work. But do they see the souls we have become, the deep-grained much of who we are, now that our splattered wall is a canvas and our souls free from nodding eyes, that our hurting is a seed? May you find the love that draws you deeply, brings you to yourself, makes you want to dance, for it wasn't me. And may we be forgiven our stubborn frailty, that neon blinking, blanking out xenophobia of our age, and be still. Ancient wisdom awaits our birth.
Perhaps someone will tell me what I'm supposed to feel. Perhaps I'm only dreaming in a world where nothing's real. Did I make the wrong decisions? Took the left fork in the road, betrayed all of my visions, just as I was told, just as I was told. Perhaps someone will tell me if I'm speaking out of turn. Everything they taught me seems like I'll have to unlearn. And was I too understanding when my heart should have been cold? Pushed for first position, just as I was told. Perhaps someone will tell me how to still the fears as I gaze into the darkness of my accumulating years. And the fire's burning lower, and the room is growing cold. Do I embrace the phantoms just as I was told, just as I was told. And I'm sure someone will tell me, but you will have to wait in line. There are many here before you, and we're running out of time. And everyone knows better when to call and when to fold. Everyone's playing poker, just as they were told, just as they were told, just as they were told.
So, as you may pick up, another theme thick in our work is this desire to figure out who we are beyond what we've been socialized to be. I guess, like poems and songs, we're all composites from the generations before us, the society that made us, and our unique mystical individuality. So this poem is about a moment that asks that question. It's called Belonging. I was somebody once. The ring said so. Belonged to, was taken up, taken in, absorbed, consumed, contained, digested. Like a buck in a crocodile's stomach, stops flailing, resigns itself to belonging. Now I'm nobody. I stare at four walls, at all my four square loss. Truth doesn't pay the bills, and nobody calls. Was it I who held up the facing mirrors, the infinite illusion of self through other, hunting down the severed connection, private poster child for the vacuum sponge crack addict of our interminable wanting? I'm nobody now, nobody that I was. And so we yearn to make good out of the bad, to transform, and that is really what my book is about, is transformation and soul birthing, and how life is all about, making something new out of the dead stuff and the bad stuff, and growing, basically. Which brings us to officially our last song, called Phoenix, appropriately enough.
The song was written back in 2018 in the desperate hope that I could somehow magic up a better year, and that it became 2019 and 2020, and well, we'll see where this year takes us. Was a year of changes, unexpected dangers, unwelcome strangers. A year of loss. Was a year of endings, a year of rending, and a year of bending beneath the cross. Oh, cold wind. Oh, cold wind. Oh, the cold wind blows. 'twas a year of losing, of battery and bruising, and a year of choosing to not go with the flow. 'Twas a year of ashes, of 39 lashes, and insightful flashes, as above, so below. Oh, and the cold wind. Oh, and the cold wind. Oh, and the cold wind blows. Was a year of yearning, of sacrificial burning, and a year of turning from my broken way. In the end, conspire, give in to the fire, let the flames take me higher, burning to the day. Oh, but cold cry, cold, cold from where you lie, cold, cold, jackal cry. Wait for the dawn, wait for the dawn, wait for the dawn, wait for the dawn.
So, the artists, they take the ground and the mushy stuff and they make beautiful flowers. The last poem I'm going to read is called Flower, and it's also the last poem in my book. After time, cosmos yielded to wind, and she was born. Break, said life to the incumbent seed, for I crave to be a flower, to flow, carry you to love's fecundity. So she pushed and broke, absorbed life's greedy gifts, and when there was pain, broke again, turned green, then, cute and tearing, yearned with bloody-minded moxie, broke and found the sun. Was pushed again, stretched and born to bud, cried, when will we be this bloom you crave? My years rise in pillars of salt and dread like hot tar as I hunger for your bloom. Then burst, said life to the incumbent bud. Release the shell that is too hard, the stem that will not bend, the shoe that does not fit, the mind that will not grow, the ear that cannot hear, the bud that is too small, the chrysalis that does not serve, the love that is not love. Let us flow. And when our bloom is done, fall to seed again, for there is no end to flower. That is officially the end of our show. No, oh, you just had to say that. Well, we just do happen to have an encore, just in case you wanted one. Huh? Were you paid to say that? Innocent, totally. Yeah, okay, so even though we're going back to the socio-political, and sorry for the serious topic, we did it because these two just go so well together. Okay, so you can forgive us. The poem I'm going to read is called Free Man, and then Bill is going to sing My Father's Hands. So it's the importance of hands and the importance of fathers that hold these poems together. Free man, look at us, your hands. From rock and sweat we hewed a nation that could not love, that gorged us to the very pistol edge of sanity. Then, crimson chafed and scarred, you held us high, and we clapped freedom songs till every calloused drop fused a tear of joy. But now, you fling us into pockets lined with guilt and shrug. You set your jaw and hood your eyes like a sly dog. Are you not proud of your victory, tithed from the ancestors' gift, soft flesh thrust onto hard steel in secret places for the freeing of our manacles? Or was all that a lie? You throw a bottle down your throat, then ram it in your sister, your mother, your brother, anyone who will not be obedient as are we, who see the terror in their eyes and shake with shame at what we have become. Oh, Master, please, we beg you, free us from your power you have stolen like a coward from the weak. If we could ask a moment's rest, we'd pray. Let us build with the rocks we throw. Let the pain-carved hands of the boy we know lift children up on shoulders high to see the monster in defeat, dreams stitched new from the ash-white remnants of our minds, by us, your hands, and those who, loosed at once from your tyrant's grip, would love you.
My father's hands were once so strong. They kept me safe from rough and wrong. Held me tight where I belong. My father's hands. My father's eyes were once so clear. They shone with all that he held dear. They showed me love without the fear. My father's eyes. My father's hands now slightly shake, taught me to give where the others take, and how to bend but not to break. My father's hands. My father's eyes are misted now. They shine beneath his battled brow, but I see they're looking inward now. My father's eyes. My father's hands now rest in mine. They bear the bruises and the lines, and they grip me gently one last time. My father's hands. My father's hands. My father's hands.
Guys, thanks to everyone. Thanks to the online lot. If you feel the urge to put any money into Bill's PayPal account, we won't complain. Goodbye, live. Thank you for watching. We really
you for
appreciate
joining
it.
us.
Thanks for joining us,
Stay
guys.
safe and stay sane.
Stay sane. Yeah, sanitize. It should be. I said it first. Cheers.